Hi there, welcome to my channel. I'm Doris Ojage. On this channel, I share information about sonographers traveling internationally and practicing abroad, and little tips and insight on career growth. So, this is a video where I'll share some tips and insights, and I'll discuss to you how I developed my CV that got me the job that I'm currently on right now in the UK. And as you can see, I'm pulling my bottom to my neck, so I'm still acclimating to the to the weather. It was really cold. It was really cold. Right. So today I'll be sharing with you my CV, how I wrote it, the mindset I had when I wrote it, and everything. Like, I'll be giving the details. That is why you should subscribe to this channel, because I'll give you the correct insights and the details and everything. And I'm waiting for your questions and everything so that we really understand, and as many as possible I can work with individuals to also help them secure sonography jobs in the UK and live and practice abroad. That's the goal of this channel at this point. So now, a CV is basically your professional life in a piece of paper in front of somebody who needs a professional like you, right? So that is it. So think about it that way whenever you're writing a CV. I say this to say there is no single CV. Like, you cannot have your one CV that you send to the district hospital, your one CV that you apply to an outstation clinic, your one CV that you apply to a referral only center, your one clinic that you apply to private, your one thing you apply to government. It cannot work. It cannot work that way. You cannot have the same CV you send to management, the same CV you send to recruiters. It does not work that way. Now, your CV has to address the person that you are talking to. It also has to address the job requirements. Now, if any case you are applying for a sonography job right now in the UK or even in your home country, there's probably an outline for the job, right? The advert will have the responsibilities. You have who is recruiting, right? The company recruiting or the person recruiting, if it's an agent that has given the advert, right? Now, you need to tailor your CV to the needs of that job or of that person if it's a recruiter. Now, this is to tailor your CV to the person. Now, when you have tailored your CV to the requirements of the company, right? Like, if, for example, there is a company that is requiring a sonographer. Now, every company has a personality, right? Now, like, let's say if let me just say B&H Consulting Health Agency, right, is looking for an out-of-office sonographer to work with a consultant radiologist, right? Now, the radiologist requests that the company should hire a sonographer to work with him or her. Now, this radiologist is the personnel, right, or the persona of that company. Now, you need to tailor your CV to that person's need. Now, what I'm saying is that go with that person on Facebook. Yes, go with the person on Facebook. Find that person, right, on LinkedIn. Find them on Google. See what they have done, their achievement, their schools, and try to figure out what is important to that person, that individual. And it will be the same thing if it's a company. Their rules and their regulations, right, like what they are all about. Like, they always have that about section, the about section, what they are passionate about. Some people talk about their volunteerism as a company. Now, study that and address that in your CV, right? So these are the two things that you have to address in your CV. You address the responsibilities and duties that they are looking for in a sonographer, and also address the persona of the company or the person who is looking for the sonographer. Do you understand? I hope you understand. This is really very important, to address the persona of the company, and or if it's a recruiter or if it's an individual that is looking for a sonographer, to address that person too in your CV. Now, this is how you will do it. The first thing you need to do is make sure you always write your objective statement in your CV. Why I say you should speak to the person is that when you are applying for a job, now let me cover my laptop. We'll get to that my CV sample that I got that I used to get my job later. Now come in here. Let me tell you a little secret about the company culture here in the UK. No employer will get an employee who come and disrupt the work, right? No employer will employ somebody who come with different ideologies and behaviors and come and disrupt what have been working for them and making them profit for years. So they will employ somebody who fits into the company culture. Now we get it. You might have your BSc, my years of experience and everything, but you don't fit into the culture, right? Now, when I was talking about the job persona, I was talking about your work experience, your degree and certificates. That one will help you to meet up with the job persona. But now with the employer persona, we have seen your degrees and everything. Now, how do you fit into the already existing structure? Now, this, how do you find this out? You find this out by learning more about your employer. It could be an employee, it could be a company, or it could be a single person. So find out more. And how do you do this? Through Facebook, Google, LinkedIn. That's where professionals are. So through LinkedIn, that is where you will get all this information, and you will fit it, right? How? By making sure that the way you explain your professional experience, the words you use, the sentences, the way you phrase your information on your CV, it makes you a clear fit into that company. So being that you are academically and professional, your professional experience fits you into that job. Now learning more about the company's persona will help you fit into now the culture. So now you are a complete package that an employer will want to have an interview with. So you actually hear you speak now and see passion and other things like that. So that is it. Now let's continue. Persona of the person hiring you, either the company or if it's an individual, because you understand this person will make yourself relatable to that person, and most people want to work with people that they feel easily relatable to them. Now what I did during my time is I googled the company. I googled the company, I googled the clinical managers, I googled the manager in charge of sonographers, and I googled the recruitment team. That is before I sent my CV. So I did all that, and my CV reflected that. Especially, this is where you reflect it in your opening statement, your objective. You reflect it in your objective. Now, how do you do this? You will not go down and telling them that I know you from Facebook, we are friends, your favorite color is blue. No, your favorite color is red. No, you will not say that. You say it about you. Now, if for example this person is a specialist in pediatrics, express an interest in pediatrics and express your willingness to learn. Now it also goes both ways. If this person has an interest in something that you are an expert in, or you have more experience in, if for example you have been scanning obstetrics for long, no, let's not take the general, let's use small parts are more, they are very difficult to come by to find, and somebody that specializes only in that. Okay, let's say you are a specialist in skies, right, in the eyes, sonography of the eyes, and you express that, where you have discovered that maybe that person make a LinkedIn post about wanting to learn more about that, and you express that in your CV. That is you also addressing the persona of the person you are applying to, or the company you are applying to. Like if for example that company is looking for somebody who maybe the company just did a training that they send staff to go and learn EcoCard, right? And you, that is your field, you have been practicing more on EcoCard. Make sure you put it somewhere, right? Either it should be in your objectives, or it should be among the experiences, your duties and responsibility from your past experiences. So you should put it there. That is what I mean by addressing the persona. Now the second thing that your CV should also address is the responsibility that you are needed to do. And this is one trick that also affects a lot if you are applying through a computer generated system. Because I will say this, there's a system where you send your CV and the computer just selects before they now send to individuals to read, right? So if you make sure you address the responsibilities, like for example it is stated that we're looking for sonographers to work from 9 to 5. It's sonographer first trimester, right? Now, you have to make sure that you mention this in your objective, your duties and objective, exactly as it is, right? Don't fall into that trap of copying and pasting, but type it out exactly as it is. If they have said that the sonographer should have worked with pregnant women, the sonographer should have worked with children below 2, make sure you state it there, like in under your list of jobs and responsibilities, that you have worked with these children below 2 and everything. All right, so this is why this is the two things that you should address in your CV, right? So to recap, this is the two things that you address in your CV. Your CV should address the persona of the company you are applying to. You should also address the persona of the individual. If you're applying to individual surgeon or a doctor, you should address that person, and it should also address the jobs and responsibilities needed by that company or by the doctor that is advertising for the job. So don't just write your CV and say sonographer CV, write your responsibilities, and then you just leave it like that. No, these are the two things that you should seek to make visible your experience through these two ways. Address the persona and address the jobs, the duties and responsibilities. Now, on the next video, I'm going to read out my CV that I made, and I'm going to help you along. It's going to be like a teach along moment. So you're going to I'm going to help you write your own CV in your own way. I'm really not going to share it because I don't want people to copy and paste it. That way you will not get the required results, because you just copy and paste it. Most of it you just copy and paste and you not do your research. I am encouraging you to do your research on the company and do your research on the person that you'll be working to, even your direct manager, because these people count before they go for an interview. They count before they'll give you the job. If those people look at you have a likable relationship where they'll be able to work with you, all of this is what you express in your CV. So your CV is like a messenger that you are sending to go and discuss on your behalf before they invite your person, right, to now come for an interview. So if you address these two things in your CV, I am sure you will get an interview. Like I am sure you get an interview. Right, so on the next video we are going to go by step on how you could write and come up with your own CV. All right, thank you so much. See you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh, I forgot. How am I going to go this channel if I don't ask people to like and subscribe? Please like and subscribe. If you're a sonographer out there, this channel is for you. If you want to practice internationally, this is for you. If you want to practice in the UK specifically, this is for you, and this is the best time. This is the best time. Like I must say, this is the best time. All right, let me get some tea in me.